All right. Get this machine going. Here we go. We're off to the races. Woo. It's been a couple days of busyness. I am tired. Hi, tumblers. Good morning. You're the first one on here. Chan, good morning. I can't make out that name. Random, good morning. Johnny, you're on like real early. Usually you come in a little later. Good morning. Brian, good morning. Hello. Mike Best. Oh, you're early too. Usually you come in a little bit into the live. Look at you guys this morning. It's like you were waiting for me. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Chan. Good morning, Kane. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's my going out night. I was up so late last night, though. This whole Tex Panther thing. I'm up so late. I think there's a lot of people on the West Coast, too. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to go to bed. And then I start getting more texts, and I'm like, why now? I got to go to sleep. But I stayed up. I was up until almost midnight, which is not like me. Ocean Isle Beach, beautiful place. Kevin. Bonjour. How was that? Is that Alan? Or is there an I in there? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hope my French was good. Arm day for Josh. It is bicep and shoulder day. And I'm going to throw in a little triceps. I like to do biceps and tris on the same day, even though I did triceps the other day a little bit. I want to keep them even, you know? I love training shoulders, though. So I'm excited for today. Shouldn't be too crazy today. Yeah, Mike, it helps when the notification bell is on. You are correct. Hit that bell. Ding. Thank you, YouTuber Ani. Thank you, Johnny. I'm not, but I got my mermaid hair this morning. I didn't feel like washing it, so I was like, I could probably get an extra day out of this if I do something with it. I look like a superhero. I think it's that high neckline. My daughter thinks I'm Wonder Woman, if that matters. Thank you, thank you. Motivated, dedicated. You have a great Wednesday as well. Wednesday is a leg day for Mike. A lot of comments this morning. Good morning, good morning. Dustin says he needs to come work out with me. Well, I do online training as well. So I write up a program. I write up a diet for you. I have an app that I use. It's always just me, though. I mean, that's why I come on here live. Like, a lot of people hire teams to do all their crap for them. I do it all by myself. Chris helps me with certain things, but it's when you're talking to somebody or I'm writing a program for you or whatever, it's me, it's my brain. We sit down on a call face to face. We go over your goals, your struggles, what's going on, what you're doing now, what's working, what's not working. Because sometimes there's things that are working, right? And, you know, you love certain things. Like maybe 3 days a week on legs is great for you and you love it. You just need to change up the movements, and that's okay. But we figure all that out on a call. Thank you, Joshua. Chubbs trained chest and biceps this morning before work. Nice. Early day. You're an early riser. Good afternoon, Dan from the UK. Alexander is from Brazil. Hump day is Wednesday, Joshua, for sure. What are you PRing today, Mike, for leg day? Thank you, Andy. It's my, I don't feel like washing it hair, but it's mermaid-esque. I have my own home gym, yes. I remind you of the wrestler Medusa. I hope that's a compliment. I don't know who that is. Sounds good, Kane. Steve just came from the gym and did legs and kettlebells. I love adding kettlebells in. Kettlebells to me almost feel like cardio. It definitely spikes your heart rate. It's definitely good to add in. That's why me and Chris have wonderful shows. Thanks, Johnny. We have some ideas on the podcast. We just haven't sat down. He's still hurting after his surgery. When they took all the packing out, it spiked some nasty migraines. So he's been hurting pretty bad. I'm worried about him. But he has a second follow-up on Friday. And he doesn't want to call the doctor and let them know that he has these nasty migraines. But hasn't been a fully functional adult probably since last Friday. Poor guy. I feel so bad. It's like Tylenol, Motrin. Nothing is helping. We tried all of it. Good morning, Robert. Thank you, Miguel. I didn't want to wash my hair, but actually now it doesn't even look like it needs to be washed. It does look more blonde though, with all the waves in it, and it's not blonde. Why do I walk? I won't run. I can't talk if I run. But my speed's actually up this morning from what it usually is. Not on purpose. I guess I just keep hitting the up button because I feel fine, which I can't believe I feel fine because I'm so tired. Hello to Chili. Hello, Pablo. On off days, you take the same amount of protein in? No, actually, because I usually don't get that extra protein shake in. I'm usually about 25 grams lighter. However, when I'm weighing my food, normally I'm like super precise. Like if I'm supposed to have 100 grams of chicken, I'm eating 100 grams of chicken. I'm major OCD when it comes to that kind of stuff. But on an off day, like on a rest day, if it says 105 on the scale, I'm like, nah, screw it. I'm not having that protein shake. It's okay to have a little bit more. So I'm probably close, but a little under. And then that would make my carbs down a little bit too, because I'm not having, I usually have a couple of rice cakes, and I put either honey butter or some kind of jam on top, which is more carbs, and I'm not eating that either. So my carbs are down a hair also. Not enough to really make a big difference. It's not carb cycling by any means. Damn, 4 German Shepherds. There must have been a lot of fur in your house. Those babies shed. What's the worst thing for him to do? Thank you, Bob. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, Robert. Paul, I mean, I would assume they do, but I'm surprised they didn't say anything about, the possibility of headaches and stuff. But as of today, technically, he can be more physical. He can start dabbling in the gym. He's allowed to get his heart rate up. I don't think it's a good idea right now. I think we're waiting till Friday. But he is allowed to do the things now that he wasn't allowed to do. He's allowed to blow his nose, like hard, little things like that. Do I eat my pizza crust? Hell yeah, that's the best part. I think I missed some comments. If I miss a question or something, definitely re-ask it. Would you say a protein shake is better than protein bars 100% of the time? That's a really good question, Dan. Do not bring a protein bar to the gym and think you're doing the same thing as a protein shake. Protein shakes digest super easy in your body, sends the nutrients to where it needs to go quickly. But a protein bar has a lot of crap in it, a lot of fillers, preservatives. I mean, you got to get it to stick together. Usually there's carbs and fat in there. I like to control the carbs and fat that go into my post-workout. I really have almost no fat in my post-workout. The tiny bit that's in my protein shake, and we're talking 1 to 2 grams, if that. It's carbs and protein after a workout. I don't want all that other stuff. Mindset question from Kane. In 2018, you said you didn't get the pro due to, it wasn't an event change, but came back and crushed it in 2019. Yeah, mindset. In 2018, I think I went into that event actually feeling cocky, which I never do, especially in Strongman, because I always felt like, man, these girls have been competing upwards of 5+ years, and I was honored to have just started. 2018, I was 1 full year into Strongman, so I was honored to have made it to Nationals and Arnold 2 years in a row. Blessed, humbled, honored to be competing alongside these women. So by 2018, there was no reason for me to be cocky. And probably the only event I went into cocky. I felt like this is my year. These events are for me, because there was an extra, I had said there's 5 events typically. There's usually 3 moving events and 2 lifting events, or 3 lifting events and 2 moving events. 2018, there were 3 lifting events. I should have killed it. My opening event, I don't even remember what it was. It may have been a log or a dumbbell, and I should have killed it. And I was missing, moving too fast, missing down commands, like went in there hot, and I blew it. 2019, I went back. If you've never done this before and you compete, I highly recommend this. I wrote on the mirror in my bathroom with a dry erase marker, and I said, I will get my pro card. And I wrote it down, and I was so emotional writing it, and I wanted it so bad. And this is where mindset comes in, because I didn't write, I want my pro card, or I need my pro card, or I hope I get my pro card. I will get my pro card. I stared at that every single day. And I said it. Brushing my teeth, I said it. Blow drying my hair, I said it. I saw it. I felt it. I knew it. I believed it. But I went in there humble and ready to do work. I had headphones on the whole time. Didn't have any music playing. Didn't need it. I was in here. But because I had headphones on, I wasn't bullshitting with people. I wasn't chit-chatting. I was getting my fuel, my food in. I was doing everything I needed to do. Finish an event, walk away. Don't look back. No need to evaluate, it's done. And I remember finishing the yoke carry, and that yoke was heavy for me. And I don't remember if I won my heat or maybe took second in my heat, but my time was like 6 seconds faster than I had ran it at home over and over and over again for months. And I knew that it was like this, maybe the second or third event, and I knew that day was different. So mindset is definitely everything. If I'm missing questions, I'm sorry, but that was a good that was a good question. I like going back to those days. I miss them. Thank you, John. Hello, Optimus. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Steven. Said I look great. I'm trying to find questions. Leg press for Mike, 740 now. We're going to shoot for 800. Nice. Make sure you ease into that. Did you ever try those squats, front squat, back squat, any of that, like we talked about? Thank you. I usually don't put lipstick on in the morning, but I put a little gloss on today. This is actually my lip color. I'm just wearing a clear gloss. Man, it's warm in here. Hello, Sylvester. Hello, Tom from Norway. Do I have a discount code? Yeah, for Blackstone Labs, my discount code is KristenGraham.KG. It's my Instagram handle. Anything I have a discount code for typically is KristenGraham.KG. Companies are pretty good at using that, which is nice. Also, Squeeze Me Skinny, my waist trainer, my coupon code for that also is KristenGraham.KG. If you want to match me, we could be twinning for cardio. Thank you, Mushir. Says my workout is so good. Good morning, Martin. What am I telling you more about? Tom. Mad David is here from the UK. Welcome. Robert says, what do you recommend to take down belly fat? I'm down from 231 to 213. Wow, that's amazing. But I still have, you can say, a party ball gag. Getting married now. Oh, November 8th. Getting married November 8th. Trying to get it smaller. So that kind of depends on what you're actually doing. Are you dieting, Robert? That's going to be my first question. And where are your macros at? Because sometimes, I don't know your height or your body fat percentage, which I would need to calculate those numbers for you. But your macros are going to, the percentage of protein, carbs, and fat that you eat can literally change your physique without even dropping pounds, which is crazy, but it works. I love this stuff because it's like your body becomes like a science project. But you can manipulate your macros to make yourself physically get stronger and build, not just look more muscular, but build more muscle while reducing fat at the same time. Your diet can do that. But increasing protein usually is a good way to start, reducing your carbs. Wasn't expecting to see me first thing this morning, Shorty. I've been doing good getting on here. You weren't here yesterday. I said I was going to be here this morning. Kane said, perfect answer. I love the raw transparency. That's why it's insightful. Connecting with you, I have more questions, but I won't flood the chat. Oh, you're welcome to flood the chat with questions. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions. Chubbs is down for matching. Well, KristenGraham.KG at Squeeze Me Skinny. And you can match me, or you can go to Blackstone Labs and grab some arson and be on my same level of energy in the morning. I love the dog stories, man. Bomb. Carry me on your shoulders. I don't do that. That hurts. What social media platform am I most active on? Honestly, I try and stay active across the board. I would say I'm least active on TikTok. No, TikTok really just annoys me, I think. But especially with like, we're gonna remove it, we're gonna keep it, we're gonna remove it. I was like, Instagram, YouTube. I've been on here for so long, I trust them. So, and then obviously my spicy pages I'm very active on. That's where I spend most of my time. And like I said, when I first got on here, the Sex Panther app, I'm on all day. I was on there up until midnight last night. Talking to me. You can FaceTime me and you'll see me on the other side of that call. Good morning, Viper Mike. I've been on the treadmill for about 21 minutes. Not about, actually 21 minutes. I've been on here for 21 minutes. About 22 minutes. As soon as my client gets here, I have to hop off. But I'm gonna have, so I have cardio, then I have a client. I'm gonna eat breakfast, then go tanning because I have to digest. And then I'm gonna train. And then I have another client at 11. I have just enough time to get all that in. And then I have a little bit of downtime, which will be nice. I might actually need a nap because I was up so late last night because we're going out tonight. But that is my day. I only have 2 clients tonight, which isn't too bad. Planning on getting another, that'll be 5 German Shepherds. Oh wow, former Australian police dog, that's cool. You must feel protected. Yeah, great questions, chat, I agree. Thank you, Mara, I appreciate that. You said I'm a lovely, talented woman. Man, with this hair looking like this, I might not have to wash it tonight before I go out. We might just roll with the mermaid look. This chat's been so active this morning. I think it's the first time I sipped water. Definitely felt a little parched. Thank you, Meh Bomb. If I ever butcher somebody's name, I do apologize. I do try my best. Whew. It is warm in here. What else does everybody have going on today? Where are my questions at? That's what my daughter says to me. She thinks I'm Wonder Woman too. I wonder what the temperature's gonna be today. It actually feels humid in here. Be in Max only for a few months due to behavior. Oh, that stinks. That's hard. We had adopted a dog once and we had behavioral issues towards Josh. And you guys know Josh, my white pit bull, who was a rescue also. And I felt so terrible. I tried everything. We tried trainings. It just didn't work. It was like all of a sudden, she would snap. And poor Josh, he doesn't have a mean bone in his body to protect himself. Yeah, I'm breathing a little heavy today. I actually have my speed up. Considering I didn't get much sleep last night, I'm surprised I have it up so high. I'm at a 3.3 right now. Usually I walk around at like a 3 because I'm talking, but Of course, yes, PJ had the baby. They had a baby boy. His name's Enzo. He's actually 6 months old right now. He's beautiful. You had Bobby for a few months. Oh no. You had a rough road with some puppies. Is it best to work out in the morning or evening? So Keith, and I say this to everybody, I've had clients come in and they're like, I want to come in at 6 a.m. I'm like, awesome, I'll do it. I'm fine, I'm available. And then 6 a.m. comes and they're like, I'm going to Venmo you, I didn't make it. I slept in, my alarm didn't go off. And I'm like, maybe we're not a morning person. And that's okay. If you can't get up in the morning to work out and you have to go in the afternoon, it's just not in the cards for you. That's fine. As long as you get to the gym, that's what's most important. Now, if you're asking if it's better to do cardio in the morning or evening, I like fasted cardio. I prefer fasted cardio. It helps your body grab the fat, the stored fat that you have, convert it to energy and burn it. So if you're going to talk about cardio, that's going to be your best time of day. If you're trying to build muscle, I usually recommend eating before you go to the gym. Sometimes if you train early in the morning, eating isn't an option for you, and that's okay too. It totally depends on the person. Is the baby benching 300 yet? No, the baby is, he's got some chunky arms and chunky legs. They're so cute. He's perfect. I don't really watch soccer. I like to play soccer. I don't really watch it. Keith, advice on what? Did I miss? Oh yeah, that's what it was. I answered that question. Mason, you had 5 to 10 years. That's a nice long stretch. Hello, Chin. Andy loves cardio too. Oh, you never had them all together. Gotcha. Let's say that's a lot of dogs to have, and then to be looking for another one. Hello, Eric from Australia. Most I ever benched, squatted, and deadlifted from Viper Mike. Oh, so you want my total. Bench was 235. That was over the last couple years too, actually. Conventional deadlift, which is my deadlift of choice, was 435. I've obviously done more on a trap bar, but bars usually set a little higher and your stance is different. And squat, 325? 325, I think. And I think I did 335 with wrapped knees, but 325 was not wrapped. So that also matters. Weather's been pretty nice, Courtney. Good morning, Angel. Hello, Kristen. Unfortunately, I only speak English. Mason had a scar on his back due to someone who threw acid. Damn, that sucks. What a rough life. I don't know what that puts my total at, Viper Mike, but I'm fairly certain that's got to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got to be close to 1,000. Oh, the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Gone fishing. Chris loves them. They're so great, especially when he has the camera and he's shooting on the camera, and then he could shoot the screen on the camera. Make for some cool videos. It almost looks like when he's done with like a reel, it looks like a CapCut video. But it's very much him and his brain, which always impresses me. His brain is very sexy. I said his sense of humor was sexy yesterday, but his brain is sexy too. He's a full package. You hate lunges. So Mike, I would challenge you to look at how you do lunges. Because when most people say they hate lunges and they don't have arthritis. Now, arthritis is going to be a whole nother issue. Bad knees, arthritis, torn meniscus, that kind of stuff. If you have normal knees and you hate lunges, I would bet We can fix your form, and you're still gonna hate them because they always hurt, but I bet you'll be out of pain. I blow people's mind with how lunges should be done. Because most trainers don't go over form the way I do. There are certain things that are non-negotiable. And lunges, if I can't get you to lunge correctly, you're just not doing them. Or we're doing them with no weight until we master them. I love watching the Bitcoin. We are killing it today. Over 30 minutes on here already. Not blasting anyone who likes to breathe. Always had German Shepherds. See, I love pit bulls. Don't hate German Shepherds. Don't hate any dog, really. But, I love Shadow. I love my Doberman. She's beautiful. She's protective. A Doberman is a hard breed. I actually have talked people out of a Doberman when I explained how much they require attention through the day. If we didn't work from home, we would have a big problem. Shadow is so sad when we're gone. She gets very emotional. Oh no, Tony's not doing great. That's not good. I actually don't have a video about lunging techniques, but maybe I should make one. Not a bad idea, an instructional video. Going over a few different styles of lunges, but primarily form and what I'm watching as a trainer to protect your knees and your longevity. That might not be a bad idea. You try doing it with weights and no weights, but I'll work on them a little bit more. Tonight a friend of mine says to try to do them backwards. If you can't do them forwards, don't do them backwards. It'll irritate you more. Work on forwards, work on them with no weights. You want to find a point where you have no pain. Norm has a Maltese and thinks she's a Rottweiler. Don't they all think they're big dogs? And then I have Shadow, who is supposed to be a guard dog and who is petrified of everything. No, I'm not related to China off WWE. Oh, I'm sorry, your grandmother and your cousin grandmother passed away. That's so sad. Were they sisters? Dobermans make zombie dogs look more terrifying. You are not wrong. Dobermans look like psychopaths, but if you're in their circle, they are the biggest lovers. Happy Wednesday, Robbie from Pennsylvania. Hope you have a good day too. Hello, hello. Cousins, brother, grandmother. That's so sad. That's a lot of death in a short period of time. Hello to India. I love my pit bull. My aunt also, my godmother actually, the one with the houses I talked about the other day, she is a dog rescuer, like chronic dog rescuer. She's been doing it her whole life, always rescues. And she has currently 2 pit bulls, Tallulah and Dante. And they are beautiful, well-trained, lovey pit bulls. We just got to see them about a week ago, and we always love getting to see them. We want to bring Josh to play with them. Shadows sometimes go with other dogs, sometimes not, so it would make me nervous. But I feel bad leaving Shadow home alone. We've actually never left her home completely alone. She always at least has Josh in the house. Yes, hi to India. Of course they're emotional. It's just a clear color, Heavens. Nothing crazy. My lipstick. It's just a gloss, a shiny gloss. Thank you, Big Wayne. I appreciate that. Lab Akita mix. 100 pounds. Wow, that's a big dog. That's a lap dog. My Doberman is like 63-ish pounds. Also think she's a lap dog, but that's a lot smaller than your Lab Akita. Robert has an Aussie Shepherd. Orny. Aussie Shepherd. That's probably got a lot of fur too. Winter is coming. Do you ever train out in the elements? And yes, pit bulls. Both of yours are rescues. Love that. I don't like to train in the cold, Kane. I actually prefer my garage gym in the summer months because of the heat. I like to sweat. I don't like a gym with air conditioning either. When the air conditioning is pumping and I'm like, oh my God, it's too cold to work out, we have a problem. I don't like it. A lot of dog food, I'm sure. Oh, I never saw a movie called Canine. I'll have to check that out. Havens wants to go to Spain. Know much about it? No, I don't actually, but one of my best friends is going to Spain in October. Their daughter is going to school out there, grad school out there for the semester, so they're gonna go visit. Good excuse to go to Spain for them. Well, of course you're not feeling good. Emotions make you feel sick sometimes. The best thing you can do is go about your day, make sure you're eating, because if you're too emotional, you're not going to be worth anything for the people that need you and love you the most, that are still here. You always have to take care of yourself. Hello, Karchak from India. Good morning, Michael. I'm already married. I cannot marry you. Got a little over 5 minutes left on here. You love athletic women. Well, you came to the right channel. Getting some sweat in my eyes. Yeah, I'm moving pretty quickly today. Definitely moving quickly. Getting that cardio up. I'm actually over a couple hundred calories already, almost 300 calories on here, and I'm not done yet. I hear Shadow barking. She sees a lady group walking outside. Only a few more minutes. Yeah, I'm actually like, this is waking me up a little bit. I was like, man, I don't even know if I could do it this morning. Thank you, Heavens. He said, good energy in my spirit. Kane has more questions for tomorrow. So much love and respect for you. Always a pleasure. Stay blessed. Thank you, Kane. I appreciate you. That was really nice. Tomorrow, I'll probably be on here like, I'm going to say 7:15. I'll probably get on here. I have a 6 o'clock and I have an 8 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll be on right in between that. Same thing for about 45 minutes. Robbie says he dreaded leg day. For me, after work seems like my hardest body part to get motivated about. It is the hardest body part. Anything lower body, you're burning the most calories, it's taking the most energy from you. Make sure you eat like an hour and a half before, it'll give you a little bit more energy. One thing I used to love to do, like when I had my state job and I would drive home from the gym, right before I left work, so it was about an hour and a half, literally walking out the door, I would have a bowl of berries, a sprinkle of granola, like I'd say probably about probably about a third a cup of granola, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, a little bit of apple, like a couple chunks of apple. Then I'd drizzle peanut butter over top and I'd eat that. It was refreshing, it was sweet, and it gave me energy. It wasn't a ton of carbs, it was clean carbs. And I would use that as energy source to go work out. Obviously, I drink my pre-workout on the way home and hit the gym. Huge help. That little snack was everything to me before a workout. Mike is gonna go back to work. Stay beautiful as always. Everybody, keep your comments appropriate. Thank you, Mike. Have a good day at work. Thanks for being in here. Good luck with your lunges. Opinions on making money, buying or renting out houses. Heard some of your horror stories. So my horror stories, so remember this. You always talk about the bad. Everybody always complains about the bad. You're bitching about the bad, heathens. But I own 7 houses. One of them I live in. One of them is an Airbnb. So the other 5 are long-term rentals. Actually, in only one of the houses, I've had 2 really shitty renters. One actually got evicted, and the other one, we tried to evict multiple times, but eventually he always came through with the money. So it was a lot of stress. House was trashed with both of those renters, and that sucks. But at the end of the day, I have 4 other houses, and right now I have 5 houses that pay me rent, knock on wood, and are keeping the houses beautiful. So we are trending very green right now. So if you're thinking about getting rental houses, it's worth it. The number of bad renters out there, there's not as many as you think. But I do recommend doing it in a state that has landlord benefiting laws, not renter benefiting laws. I would never personally purchase a house. If I was in New Jersey, I wouldn't be in the landlord market. I just wouldn't. They're not kind to landlords. They're too kind to renters. And I think people forget the fact that I'm the one paying the mortgage, and I'm the one that, when I say people, I mean the government forgets that the landlord is the one paying the mortgage and has the most to lose. And just because you signed a lease and you're not paying your rent, the lease shouldn't overturn the rent payment. If you're not paying rent, you're not keeping up your end of the contract, I say get out of my house. So I think you should definitely consider buying a few, and definitely a few, because when I was in the hole for those houses for the short period of time that it took to clean them back up, my other 3 at the time were floating the one, and I was still green, which is a really good position to be in. So I was still making money even though I was fixing up that house. So that just goes to show you that even with a really crummy renter or an eviction and a trashed house, you're still green if you don't get scared and keep being aggressive. Man, I'm gonna make that 45-minute mark. She didn't pull up yet. Michael rents his apartment. Always on time. Yeah, you have to. It gives your landlord peace of mind. Like, I have one tenant that's been in there. She's wonderful, has been in my house. I bought the first house in 2021, and she's been in there ever since. I love having her. Thought about buying a building with renters. I mean, with that, you'll have, I would assume, so much success, because you're already in a situation where if a unit isn't rented, your other units should cover it. That's a good position to be in. I wish I could buy a commercial building. I don't have that kind of funding just yet, but that is definitely a goal. All right, she is rolling up. We are gonna turn it off. I am at 45 plus minutes. Hope you guys had a nice live with me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow somewhere between 6:45 and 8 o'clock. Have a great day.